pause the video, leave your guess down below, and if you guess correctly, you win absolutely nothing besides the joy of having guessed correctly. Well, hello my lovely nestlings, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to rank all the eyeshadow palettes that I tried in June. I know we're at the end of July. I took a vacation, what can I say? And if you're new, welcome. My name is Nikki, I'm 46, from the Netherlands, hence the accent. I'm also slightly orcish and autistic, and I have ADHD. So yeah, if that sounds of interest to you, if you want to learn more about makeup, if you want to learn more about what it is like to be on the spectrum like me, then this is the channel for you. Subscribe now, become part of my nestlings, because honestly we are having a blast here on the internet. I'm just hilarious. I'm ranking from worst to best, or actually from least favorite to favorite. I don't have bad palettes here, I don't have bad quality here, and it was very difficult. So I this time around just went by what am I using most when I'm not filming. And because I also took a vacation, that was very apparent. What were the palettes that I pulled when I was in my vacation and when I was just doing my makeup just because. So yes, that's how the ranking is today. Let's go to number
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Technically number 8. It could also be number 7, but it's number 8 because I have 8 palettes here. And it's from Juvia's place. It's the Nubian Earth palette. Now I'm kind of finding out that while I love colorful makeup, I'm also kind of turning into a basic bitch because I very much enjoy neutral looks as well. Yeah, I really like the color story of this. The reason that it is here is because quality-wise, this is not bad at all. But I had to put it somewhere. And while this is a palette that I have grabbed a few times actually when I wasn't filming, the other palettes that I have, they're a little bit easier to work with than this one. The shadows here are maybe a little bit more stiff. It's a hint though. It's nitpicking. I had to put it somewhere. So yeah, I really do like the color story of this one though. And I think that the shimmers are very, very pretty. Yes. Let's then go to the next one, which is, it kind of is a little bit with pain in my heart that it is here. Because I really love this. This is actually a palette that I got in PR. It's from Unearthly Cosmetics and it's the leather and lace palette. Now this palette is very, very heavy. I love the texture. I love the way that it looks. So basically the reason that it is here then is because of the inside. Because I have to, again, I want to basically put them all on number 1, but I cannot. So the color story, this is the color story. I really love the color story. I love the fact that it is big pans. This row I can also use as blushes. I can use here highlighters. And I can see myself grabbing this palette often because it's just a very nice, grungy, everyday palette for a lot of people. I love the big pans. I really love the quality. So basically the reason that it is here, I don't know, it's because this is a little jarring for my eyes. The background of the palette, that's, again, I have to put it somewhere, but I really love the quality. I actually did a look with this that I did not film, and I was very, very sad because it was stunning, where I used the bottom row and then I grabbed the palette, a shade from the All I Ever Wanted palette, and then that on the lid, and it was so, so pretty. Then the next palette that I'm going to mention, this one is here just because it needs to be here. It's the Queen Bee from X&O Cosmetics. It was my first palette from X&O Cosmetics. I used this in a live stream. It's just the bee. The bee. If there's a bee on it, you're automatically higher. It's just the way that it is. I really, really love the color story as well. Now, the reason that this one is where it is here is because of, I feel that we don't need all these. I feel like this one could have been a different color. Or that one, either or. But yeah, so that's, I don't know, a brighter green would have been awesome. That's the reason that it's here. I wanted to change basically one shade up, And that's why it's here. So the next palette that I'm going to mention was also PR, the XNO palette I bought, by the way. Oh yes, and I forget to mention discount codes. I have a code with Unearthly Cosmetics, which is Nikki Raven. It's affiliated and it's listed down below. And the next palette that I'm going to mention was also PR, and I also have a discount code with this brand. It's Nikki Raven 10 and it's also affiliated. And the next palette I'm going to mention is from Nomad, and it's the Fête de Provence. Now the video went online in July, but I had pre-filmed the video, so I used this palette in June. I had a very, very nice time working with this palette. And again, the bees. And yeah, the bees. There are also glosses in here, which I already mentioned in my Best of Beauty of the month of June, which I will link underneath the cards. I really enjoyed playing with this palette. This palette, it's a little bit more muted. The reason that it is here is because I had a lot of fun with this palette. I really enjoyed this quality. I really enjoy the color story. This light yellow, it's a very, very nice light yellow. The reason that it is here is because the rest that I have coming up, I just pulled in more when I was on my vacation. That's it. This shimmer, it's a little bit more of a topper, but it is such a stunning shade. It's, yeah, again, I really enjoyed this palette, and I can also use it on my face because the first 6 rows basically I also used as blushes and highlighters and all that. I very much enjoyed this, but yeah, again, as I said, the rest, it's just I just grabbed it more often. So let's go next then to, I'm kind of going to group these together a little bit, I think, or am I not? Yeah, because it's very much dependent on my mood when I would grab these. And these are from Viseart. These are 2 of the Petite Pros, or no, the Petite Fours. I have the Pêche and I have the Lavande, or Lavande, Lavender. Or lavendel, as we say in Dutch. And peach is persik in Dutch. You learned something. So here they are. So basically, if I want to go with the weather that we're having, which is hot, I'm going with this one. And if I kind of want to cool down a little bit, I don't know, but that's how I feel. So if it's sunny and I want to be with the sunny, I grab this one. And if I kind of want to be a little bit, you know, laid back, a little bit more cool,
hanging with the cool kids,
I grab this one. I don't know, the quality of these, oh my lord, I have heard people rave about Viseart for years. It was one of the first brands that I learned about when I started my own channel, but they were above my price range then, and I finally tried these. Now they currently have, is it called the Sunset on Boozy Shop? And I'm very much trying not to buy that one. I want to buy less, but that one is pulling on my heartstrings so much. Also the dark edit, the one with the, I think it was the dark purple or the dark orange outer packaging. I had that one in my wish list for so long, and now it's no longer available, and I'm very, very sad about that. So I just hope that they will bring it back. But this quality, oh my lord. They're also cute as hell. They're cute as hell. They're magnetic. When I used these for the first time, I tried this one for the first time, the lavender, because purples are harder to formulate. I was so impressed that I actually wanted to get all the other Petite Fours as well. And I said to myself, no, you cannot. Because you cannot. Because you won't use them. So no. Do not. If they bring out an all green one though, I love these. I love these. That's why they're also so cute. I could eat them up, which I won't because it's eyeshadow, it's not tasty. Never mind. If you still haven't hit the subscribe button yet, but you are still here, you're definitely one of mine, just admit it.
We are the Borg.
Or something, I don't know. Let's then go to my number 2. And this is a palette that I knew I would kind of like, and I didn't know I would love it this much, especially when I pull in another palette. And I have actually done that off camera, and it was such an enjoyable experience. It's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's her Nouveau palette. Now the palette that I pulled in actually was the Subculture. And they work so extremely well together. The Subculture is still available on Beauty Bay. I will link it down below. But wait until they have a sale though, because to pay full price for a palette that has been discontinued, I'm very tempted, because the one that I have I got as a gift and it's old. I'm getting heartburn in some of the shimmers, so I'm very much keeping my eye on Beauty Bay, because I know I'm going to repurchase the Subculture. It's one of my favorite palettes in my entire collection, honestly. And this one works so well with it. Now, I was so fortunate to buy this in store where I live. The store made a boo-boo. I bought this in store where I live before it launched officially. So I was one of the first who had bought it myself, who had a video up. And I will, if I have room, I will link it underneath the cards. Otherwise, I just did a bunch of looks. I think I did 2 or 3 maybe, I don't remember. But I have pulled it in very often, just on its own. There's just something about this. People have compared it actually to the Mel Thompson collab, the Tiny Marvels. And I can really see it. This for me feels like a little bit more of a toned down version even. So if you cannot get a hold of the Tiny Marvels but you love the color story, this is definitely a contender. I had so much fun with this palette. I enjoyed it so much. The only thing is that this shade Muse is the darkest shade in the palette and it's a shimmer. It works as a matte though. If you use this palette first before you do your base makeup, you can very much use this as a matte with a blending brush. However, I pulled in the Subculture for the darker shades and that was perfection. So the combination between those two, yeah, I will be very happy to just have this one, the next one that I'm going to mention, and then the Subculture, and then I'm honest to God set for a long time. So definitely, oh yeah. And this formula I love from her. I have also tried, I've tried the Subculture, I've tried the Amrezy, and I've tried this one. I love the Subculture with a passion. I love the mattes, I love the shimmers. I understand why people have issues with the mattes, because the mattes are very pigmented. But still, I feel at least easy to work with. Then I got the Amrezy that everyone was loving. And I got the Amrezy and I worked with the mattes and I was like, I don't like these mattes. The shimmers were stunning. But the mattes, they were dry and oily at the same time. It was, they went patchy on me very quick. I did not like that palette at all. This one though, I love with a passion. Hence it's on number 2. Then my number 1. And honestly, when I got this palette, this is a palette that I got in PR. When I got this palette in, I thought that I would use it on occasion. It's a bigger palette and it's also an all shimmer palette. So maybe you can kind of guess what it is then. If you know, pause the video, leave your guess down below. And if you guess correctly, you win absolutely nothing besides the joy of having guessed correctly. Yes, that's, you know, but I did not think that I would use this palette as much as I have, and I find myself pulling this palette in so often to spruce up a look a little bit, or use as an inner corner, or just because I want to, you know. And it's from Unearthly Cosmetics. It's the All I Ever Wanted Volume 2, and I have always said I'm not one for all shimmer palettes, and I'm not. Just because of the way that I ran my channel. I was very much reviewing makeup and I love to use just one palette to do my eyeshadow with. I want to kind of change that up though, because I just feel that I want to change that up a little bit. So I am branching out a little bit more. When I got this palette in PR, I was like, yeah, I'll use it sometimes. I did not want to do a dedicated video on it because it was an all shimmer palette. I did pull it in a live stream where I use this one and the Leather and Lace palette, but the this shade Thorn, this is a very, it feels as smooth as it looks. Now these shades usually for me crease like a mother effer. This one does not. When I use my glitter primer underneath, the gel primers that I use, the one from Death and Candy, I've tried with this one, it doesn't crease. So, and they're just stunning. The shimmers are just so extremely stunning. I have had so much fun pulling this one in. I am also so excited for the remastered bunny palette that she's sending me, that's on its way to me. I cannot wait to see the shimmers in there. I think that the formula of Unearthly, it's just getting better and better, and it is very much one of my favorites still. Yes, that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. Come join me over on my Patreon. You will see my Patreons on the screen. There aren't many of us just yet because I am going over from the membership on YouTube to Patreon. I just feel that Patreon is more fun. I don't know. I feel like I can build even more tight community there than the membership here on YouTube. So if you want to join or just check out the page, the Patreon is listed down in the description box. And on Patreon you can very much see the tiers. One of the things that you get immediately is early access to selected YouTube videos. So you can see it before anyone else. So yeah, not all, but just some. Yes, that was it. Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing day, a fabulous evening. May your foundation always match your neck. I hope it won't melt off. We are in the middle of a heat wave as I'm filming this, so I'm done working for the day, and I'm going to sit down outside in my garden, eat ice cream, and yeah, I'll see you later. Unless I melt it, then I won't see you later. Bye.